Hi guys, welcome to Life Advice from an Idiot. As you might have noticed, the quality of this video is not as good. That's because my computer, after the last recording session, decided to die. Dramatically. Won't even start up. So I'm using my handheld camera, which is not very good at taking videos, and trying to keep things on schedule. I'm going to try and put one of these out every Monday, so all one of you who is now subscribed. I actually lost a subscriber after the last video, so all one of you who is now subscribed to me, you can watch it. I did have a question. I'm going to read it off my roommate's computer that I'm borrowing. It is Grant. It is my senior year in high school, and I'm supposed to be getting ready for college. Problem is, I don't know where I want to go or what I want to do. What should I do? This is a great question. And I'm going to start off by saying a lot of people don't know. You know, you're not the only one asking this, especially in high school. A lot of people don't know exactly what they're going to do. In fact, almost nobody has an idea in high school of exactly what they're going to do in college and then graduates doing it. I know it's confusing because a lot of people, especially adults, are saying, what do you want to do? What are you going to major in? What college are you going to go to do that major? What job are you going to get? And how are you going to retire from that job and play with your grandkids? Okay, it gets a little ridiculous. It's okay not to know. Most people don't. Alright? Still, I mean, you're still wanting to go and apply for colleges. That's a good thing. You still want to declare a major, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But it's okay not to know exactly what you want to do. Because, brings me to my next point, most people change their majors. You know? A lot of people change it. You know? Excuse me. They start out with one thing, decide it's really not their thing, switch over to another. It's very normal. It is not bad at all. You know, it sometimes gets a stigma with it, especially with the cost of college. And granted, you don't want to stay in college for 10 years, switching all the time. But it's okay, even if you have a general idea of kind of where you want to go, it's okay to change majors within that, or even change entire majors, you know, once or twice. That's very normal. You shouldn't be too stressed out right now if you don't know exactly what you want to do. When it comes to choosing a major, something you enjoy. That cannot be stressed enough, especially when we're getting into a time where it's very competitive and hard to get jobs. You know, you still want to go and major and try and do something that you're going to enjoy. Because otherwise, let's be honest, you're working a deadbeat job every day of the week, and you get home and yeah, nobody wants to do that, okay? Try with something you enjoy. Go with something practical, you know? Go with something that you don't think is going to go out of style, or something that's not going to be obsolete anytime soon. You know, I'm trying to get a job as a firefighter because I feel like, you know, robots aren't going to be taking over that job in the near future. I hope. Because that's a really fun job. But seriously, go with something you enjoy, go with something practical. If you can't decide what you want to do, those two options, you kind of combine them and go with it, and that's really your best shot of finding what you really want to do. And, you know, something you're good at. If you find yourself really good at something, might be a good thing to take a major in. I don't know. Food for thought. A lot of these sound like cliches. They are. They're cliche, but the thing is, cliches a lot of times are very good advice. We just hear them so often we discredit them. So I might say a few cliche things. I'll try and follow it up with actual, like, substance. So bear with me on those. Another thing about this is choosing the actual school. Can be difficult. I'm at a community college right now, so I'm a little biased when I say community college can be great to start with, you know? In that it doesn't cost nearly as much as a university or state school, you know, typically does. And it also can get you those generals. Now, generals is a very important thing. Everybody takes generals. First 2 years typically are going to be just generals, you know, for most of your degrees. If you go to a state school or college, you know, that's fine. You're going to get them there too. Going to a community college can be great just because you pay a lot less. You get these out of the way so you can transfer. And the classes are typically a lot smaller. The teachers are much more involved as a whole in a community college than in a, you know, large, you know, 100 class, you know, 100-person class university or state school. Like I said, I'm a bit biased in this area. And if you have scholarships, by all means, go with the scholarships. That can save you just as much, if not more money. But if you're like me, you maybe didn't have the best grades in high school, or maybe just circumstances wise, or the college you're going to doesn't really have that many scholarships to offer, community college can be a great way to look at it. So that's just some food for thought to keep in mind, you know. One thing you should do, even if you're not quite sure what you want to do, declare a major when you go in. All right? And I say this because a lot of us, myself definitely included, need a focus point. We need something to drive towards as we're doing this. My first year of college, didn't know what I was doing, had no idea. Declared myself as undecided, and I just floated. I didn't have anything to work towards. I just felt like, hey, I'm just here taking classes for no reason. My grades reflected that. I did not have a good year. Have something to work towards. Have a goal, an end goal in mind that's more than passing this quarter or semester. Semester is so much better than quarters. I hate quarters. Tangent. Beside the point. So that's just something else to keep in mind. Finally, I just really want to end with this. A degree isn't everything. Okay? A degree is not going to be what defines you as a person. Hopefully the experiences you get, whether you go to college or not, whether you get a degree or not, are going to develop your character and really show your worth as an individual. Okay? A degree does not affect that. They're good, by all means. If you want one, try and get one. But if you don't or cannot get one, you shouldn't let anybody, including yourself, tell you that it makes you less of a person. So I hope I answered your question. It's just some stuff to keep in. Best piece of advice I have, don't get too stressed. That really won't help anything. It helps maybe sit down, write a bunch of stuff out. You know, sit down with a buddy. It doesn't have to be a counselor or a parent. Sit down with a buddy and just start bouncing ideas off of them. You'll find that when you say a lot of these things out loud, it helps clear up what's in your head. It's like, hey, that wasn't quite how I was imagining it. That sounds different now that I've said it. Maybe I won't do that. Or I will do that. You know? Just things like this. Take it step by step. Try and be very practical about everything. Okay, I can do this, I can do that, blah, 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 blah. Right? If you sit down, you work these things out, you think it out, take the advice I've given, you're going to be just fine. And remember, you are an amazing person regardless of what you do. So that's the end of this video. I hope to have my computer running and working again by the time I put the next one out. I'm trying to do these, I think I've said every Monday, if I can, for all one of you who has subscribed to me. So anyways, I hope you all are going to have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.